Hello everyone. Today we will do the paper 4 theory extended 0625 42 February March 2023. So let's start our paper. Question number 1. A boat crosses a river. The boat point at right angle to the right river bank and it travels at a speed of 3.5 meter per second. The boat speed is 3.5 meter per second relative to water. A river current act at right angle to the direction of boat points. The river current has a speed of 2.5 meter per second, which is perpendicular. Right angle means perpendicular to the boat speed. By drawing a scale diagram or by calculation, so you can adopt two methods: scale diagram or calculations. Determine the speed and direction of the boat. So you have to find the resultant speed and angle of the boat. So let's suppose we will do by the calculation method. Let's suppose the board speed is 3.5. Let's suppose make a scale which is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 meter per second. So 3.5 meter per second will be equal to 3.5 centimeter. Make this line by using scale and perpendicular line which is equal to 2.5. So 2.5 meter per second mean 2.5 centimeter. If you want to calculate by calculation method, so you will use head to tail rule. So we will draw this line from head to first vector. It's approximately 2.5 centimeter. So join these lines by a new vector which is resultant vector. So this is the resultant vector. Now you can easily find a resultant vector by r is equal to square root of 3.5 square plus 2.5 square. So you will get r is equal to 4.3 centimeter. It's mean meter per second. This is the resultant velocity. In case of direction, so you have to find the angle. So we will use tan theta. Using this diagram, make this angle theta. So tan theta will be equal to perpendicular over base. So 3.5 divided by 2.5. Here we have to find theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse 3.5 divided by 2.5. So by calculating this angle, you will get approximately 55 degree. Speed is scalar quantity and velocity is vector quantity. State name of other scalar and other vector quantities. So there are many. We will use scalar quantity, mass, temperature, etc. And vector quantities are force and momentum, velocity. But you have to only done one, right? Okay. Question number 2. Figure 2.1 show a ship loaded a container. So this is a ship which is loaded by the container out on the water. So the ship is made of steel. The density of steel is 7800 kg per meter cube and the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Explain why the ship float in the water. So there are many methods, but there are 2 marks. So you have to write two options. So first of all, there are two forces. If we talk about the resultant force, there are two forces. Its weight, which is acting downward, and its upthrust force, the upthrust force of the fluid, which is acting upward. So if the upthrust force is greater than the weight of an object, then the object will float on the water, according to Archimedes principle. Another reason is the ship is full of air inside this steel, so its density become resultant density become low. So you can write this vector air filled ship. And you can write third point, overall density. Overall density of steel of ship, sorry, would be greater than overall density of water. So you can use 2 points. Next is the container with the greatest mass are loaded near the bottom of the ship. State and explain the effect of stability of the ship of loading the container in this way. When and the stability, we talk about the center of gravity. So increasing the mass on bottom, if we increase the mass on bottom, you can increase the stability. Also, you can use center of gravity lower to keep the center of gravity lower. The ship will be more stable. So you will get 2 marks. Okay, next C part. A crane lift a container 48 meters vertically upward. The mass of the container is 30,000 kg. Calculate the energy transferred to the gravitational field, gravitational potential energy stored in the container. So you have to write the gravitational potential energy, which is equal to mass times gravitational acceleration and height, which we are given. So you can use mass 30,000 multiplied by the value of g is 9.81 near the Earth surface, and height is given 48, so you can write 48 meters. So after calculations, it will give us 1.4 cross 10 power 7 joules. So here is the answer. So there are two questions are completed. So here question number 3 state the principle of conservation of energy. This principle contains 3 parts. I'll write in short form. So energy, it is defined as energy cannot be created and energy nor be destroyed. Energy can be converted into one form to another. So here is a complete answer. Part B. A wind turbine has maximum output power of 1.8 megawatt. Mega is 10 power 6. The turbine operates at maximum power of 4 hours. Define the unit kilowatt hour. You know that the kilowatt hour is the unit of electrical power. So it is defined as 1 kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt of power change to energy in 1 hour. So this is 1 kilowatt. Part B2. So calculate the energy produced by the wind turbine operating at maximum power for 4 hours. Give the answer in kilowatt hour. So it is very simple. You have to calculate the electrical energy. So electrical energy is equal to power multiplied by time. Basically, power is the rate of doing work or the rate of doing energy. So energy is equal to P multiplied by T. Here power is 1.8 cross 10 power 6. So you can write 10 power 3 and kilo. what? Multiply by. So here is question number 4. Figure 4.1 show a metal pan on electrical plate. The pan contain a volume of water 200 cubic centimeter. So here is a diagram. The pan is heating. The temperature of water in the pan is increases. So thermal energy is transferred. Heat is transferred from one pan to another, one part to another. So state and explain two ways. There are two ways. Because metal is solid, so there are vibrating particles which transfer heat. So another is metal contain free electron because metal are good conductor of heat and electricity as well. So due to free electrons to move from one part to another. So they transfer heat or thermal energy. Uh, Part B, the water boils and leave the liquid as a gas. Explain in terms of forces that are distance between particles. Why a gas occupies a much greater volume than does as a liquid. So first of all, in gases, intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces are much weaker than liquids. And another reason is there are uh, large distance between particles of gas. There are two marks, so I think it's enough. You can also use gas particles have more energy than liquid particles. So they are colliding with each other with greater amplitude. I think it's enough. So second part, state two ways in which boiling different from evaporation. It's only two ways. So evaporation take place at any temperature. At any temperature, while liquid not. Another reason is evaporation is take place only surface. Evaporation take place only from surface of water or liquid, while boiling take place in whole water. Here is the simplest answer. Next part is C, which is the water is replaced with 200 centimeter cubic milk. So water is replaced. So the initial temperature of milk is 20 degrees Celsius and boiling point of milk is 95 degrees Celsius. The milk start boil when 60,700 joules of energy has been transferred to it. The density of milk is greater than water. The density of water is 1000, so density of milk is 1.03 gram per centimeter cube. Calculate the value of specific heat capacity. So you have to find the C of milk. Give your answer in three significant figures. So let's start our calculation. First of all, you need these quantities. volume of the liquid milk, and temperature difference. Here is a energy Q, and here is a density. So we know that C is equal to Q divided by M and multiply by change in temperature. You have Q, you have change in temperature, but you don't have the mass. So from this formula, density is equal to mass divided by volume. By the definition of density, you find the mass. So mass is equal to density times volume. Here is mass is sorry density is 1.03 and volume is 200, which is equal to 206 plus 10 power minus 3 kg. Now you can calculate the specific heat capacity. So C is equal to Q is 60,700 joules. M we have calculated 206 cos 10 power minus 3, and change in temperature. Change in temperature is 95 minus 20. So you can write 75. After final calculation, you will get 3929, and its unit is joules per kg per Kelvin. So here is the answer. You will write here. Oh, let's start question number 5. 5.1 show a semicircle transparent plastic. It is a semicircular transparent plastic block. So a ray of light is incident normally on the curved surface of the block. The refractive index of glass, which is n, is 1.5. Calculate the critical angle. So you have to find the critical angle. For critical angle, sine of critical angle is equal to 1 over n, which is refractive index. So you can find C sine inverse 1 over 1.5. So you will get the final answer, which is 41.8 degree. Question number 2, part 2. On figure 5.1, draw a path on the ray the block and after the ray emerge from the block. So you have to draw on this diagram. You have to draw two rays. First of all, draw this ray, and you will make it straight from scale. Make a normal of the plane. So you will, this is the incident angle. You will check this angle from your geometrical instrument. If the angle is greater than 40.1, 41.81, greater than this, so it will reflect back at the same angle, which is R. So I think this is greater than 41.8 degree. So here is the total internal reflection. So you will make this diagram. Next, question number B part. Sorry, question number 5B. Figure 5.2, 5.2 is a full scale diagram from a lens of an object O. So this is object. The point marked F show a position of principal focus of the lens. So this is the principal focus. Determine the focal length of the lens. So you will use the length between. You know that the focal length is defined as the distance between the focus points and the optical center. So this length is called focal length. So you will calculate this from scale. Uh, so I have not scale. So you will calculate this value from scale. Here you will write the answer in centimeters. Next, on figure 5.2, draw a only two rays from an object to locate the image. 2 marks, and label the image I. One you will get 1 mark. So this is the 3 marks question. First of all, I will draw a ray 1. So you will first ray always draw parallel to the principal axis, and it will converge at this point, and second ray which is passes through optical center will move straight. It will not reflect. So you know that when an object is placed between the center on the focal length or between the center of for principal focus and lens, so you will get the virtual image and upright and magnifying image. So extend this line backward, and also this line backward, the point where these lines are met, make an arrow upward. So this is the magnifying image. So you will get 3 marks for 1, 2, and this is 3 marks. Next, question number 5C. Figure 5.3 show a simplified diagram for an eye with rays from a distant object and the path of the ray inside the eye of a person with a short sight. Short sight means this person cannot see distant objects clearly. So on figure 5.1, draw an additional lens outside the eye, correct short sightedness and show the path of the ray inside. So we get 2 marks. Make a lens for short sightedness. You will always an external lens, which is diverging lens, which is uh, thin from center and thick from edges. So 1 mark will be completed, and by drawing the ray, so you will use 3 rays. This lens will diverge rays on converging lens. One ray is crossed to a center, and this is the retina. So third ray will also diverge on this lens. This convex lens will convert these rays on a single point on the retina. So you will get the clear image of an object. So question number 5 is completed. Sound wave have compression and refraction. Explain what is meant by compression and refraction. So in spring or any sound wave, this is have longitudinal natures. The longitudinal nature wave, mm, the particles where they are close to each other, this part is called compression, and the particles far to each other, they are called rarefaction. So we can write the particles of medium close, where the particles of medium are far apart. So you will get 2 marks. Next is when we can see light from the sun, but we cannot hear any sound from it. State the reason for this. Uh, One reason is that the sound wave are mechanical waves which need medium for their propagation. So sound have mechanical nature, and you will get 1 mark, but you can write another reason. Sound cannot travel through vacuum, cannot travel through vacuum. That's why we cannot hear the sun sound from sun. Next is C part. The thunderstorm, an observer see a lightning almost immediately, but hear the sound of thunder several seconds later. The thunder and lightning are produced at the same time. This is the reason behind this is the speed of light. The speed of light is 3 cross 10 power 8 meter per second, while the sound speed is 340 meter per second. That's why we can see fastly. So you can calculate the distance on the observer between the observer and thunderstorm. Simple S is equal to Vt. The distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Speed is The speed of sound is 340 meter per second and time is 9 seconds. So you will get 2 marks when you write right answer with unit, which is meter. Okay, D part. D part is uh, in a lightning strike there is a current of 3 cross 10 power 4 amperes for 48 milliseconds. Calculate the charge that you know that I the current is equal to charge time times the rate of flow of charge is called electric current. So you will find charge which is equal to I times T. So I is equal to 3 cross 10 power 4 amperes while time is 48 milliseconds. You can write 48 cross 10 power minus 3 seconds. So you will get 1440 coulomb. So coulomb is the unit of charge. Here is question number 7. Question number 7 is define electric potential or potential difference. We know that potential difference is defined as, if you write the formula, V is equal to W over Q. So V is potential difference. Potential difference is defined as the work per unit charge. So you will get 1 mark. For 2 marks, you have to write the complete definition. Um, the work done per unit charge when electrical energy change into another form of energy, form of energy across a component. So the next question is state the equation which define electromotive force. As I discussed already discussed, EMF is defined as the rate of doing work. So sorry, the rate of doing the work done per unit charge. So EMF is equal to W over Q. Here is the right answer. Next part 3. The EMF of battery is 9 volt. The battery in the circuit. The calculate the work done of the battery when it moved from 30 coulombs around a complete circuit. We know that EMF is equal to W over Q, so you have to calculate the work done. So W will be equal to EQ. Here E is 9 while Q is 30 coulombs. So you will get answer in joules, which is equal to 270 joules. The C part is a circuit consists of a DC power supply, a lamp, and thermistor. Draw a circuit. These components are connected in series. So for series, you will write in a line. So here is a symbol of thermistor, and here is a symbol of lamp. They are connected in series. Make a switch of circuit. Make sure this is a not component. This is the part of the circuit. So here is the cell battery, or this is positive, negative. This is lamp. This is thermistor. So here is the answer. Question number C, two part. Explain what happened to the circuit when you draw a C1 when temperature of the thermistor is increased. So you will get 2 marks if you write 2 points. When the temperature of the thermistor is increased, according to definition of thermistor, the resistance will reduce. Resistance reduce, and when the resistance is reduced, you know that the current is inversely proportional to resistance. So current will increase. When current is increases, you can write this also lamp will glow more brighter due to low resistance. So you will get 9 marks. Question number 8. Question number 8 is figure show 8.1 show a horizontal flat coil in a magnetic field. So here is a north pole, here is a south pole. We can draw a direction of magnetic field here from green line. show the direction of magnetic field, and this is positive, this is negative, so this is the direction of current. From this diagram, the coil is connected to a cell, the coil is rotate. Determine the direction of movement outside AB relative to the plane of the coil. So here is a AB. If you apply the Fleming left hand rule, Fleming left hand rule is left hand rule is defined as if your first finger is in the direction of magnetic field, second finger is in the direction of current, the thumb will indicate the direction of rotation, thumb will indicate the direction of force. So if you apply this law on AB side, you will get thumb downward, and of course this will be upward. So coil will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So you will write the direction downward of side AB. The coil will rotate anti-clockwise. You can write downward or simply anti-clockwise. Explain how you determine the direction of A. Already told you using Fleming left hand rule. Fleming left hand rule. You will write the same answer. So this is the right answer. Okay, question number C part. State and explain the what happened to the coil if as it is reaches the vertical position. When the coil is reached at vertical position, this part will upside and AB will downside. So it will stop because there is no commutator, there is no split ring and carbon bushes. It will vibrate and suddenly stop. So you will write the answer. It will vibrate and you can write stop. So you will get 1 mark, 1 mark, there are 2 marks. Next is to operate as a motor, a split ring, commutator, and brushes added in the parts shown in figure 8.1. Figure, if you explain the effect of the split ring commutator and the brushes on the action of motor. So if you put the commutator system and brushes, carbon brushes on the replace with the battery, so you will write, you know that this is the carbon bushes, which is rings, and you will connect from battery or cell. So carbon brushes are used to transmit the current from the to the split ring to the coil, and commutator slip ring change the direction so that coil may take complete rotation. So we'll write the answer to get 3 marks. First of all, split rings. Basically, split rings change the direction of current. They will change the direction of current so that coil take complete rotation. And in case of carbon bushes, I can write CB. Carbon bushes um, touch or yeah, connect power source, power supply with split ring. You will get 3 marks. Question number 9. Question number 9 is a nuclear power station has a reactor where controlled nuclear fission uranium-235 takes place. Explain what is meant by nuclear fission. You will write the nuclear fission in detail, so you will get 3 marks. First of all, according to nuclear fission, heavy unstable nuclei break down into smaller stable daughter nuclei. Stable daughter nuclei, and it releases lot of energy, heat energy, and also it release electrons. Sorry, it release neutron. It release three neutrons to it make chain reaction. So you will get 3 marks after writing this. So you will write the state one advantage and one disadvantage of generating electrical power in nuclear power station compared with electrical power generated in wind turbine. Uh, there are advantages without noise pollution. Electricity or power is generated without noise pollution, and one disadvantage is it's non-renewable. Next is the last part of this question is deuterium is isotopes of hydrogen. So deuterium is contain one proton and one neutron. So mass number is 2 and charge number is 1. Nuclear fission occur when two nuclei deuterium combine and isotopes of helium and neutrons are formed. You will write the equation, nuclide equation. So two deuterium, same deuterium combine to form helium and neutron. To make this equation balance, you know that neutron have one mass number and charge number is 0. So remaining 2 plus 2 4. So here we get the 3 and 1 plus 2 2. So you that is the answer, correct answer. Next question number 10, which is last question of this paper. The time taken from the mass of orbiting Sun is 690 Earth days. The average orbital radius of Mars is 2.28 cross 10 power 8 kilometers, and every Earth day is 24 hours. Calculate the average orbital speed of Mars in kilometers per hour. So you will find the average speed. So average speed is defined as the ratio of total distance over total time. So here is the distance is one complete rotation is equal to 2 pi r. So you will write a complete distance which is 2 pi r divided by time. So by putting the values of 2 multiplied by the pi is 3.14 and the radius is 2.28 cross 10 power 8 divided by the total time. The total time are 690 days. You will convert it into seconds. So you will get 690. One days have 24 hours and 24 hours have 60 minutes and 60 minutes have 60 seconds. So you will get the answer in 6 meter per second. So after calculating, you will get the right answer in meter per seconds. You have to solve. I'm saving the time. It's on to you. Okay, say the shape of orbital planet is like egg, so you can write elliptical. Okay, next part. Light from a distant galaxy is redshift. Explain what is meant by redshift. So if you study the Doppler effect, in Doppler effect, when a thing move away from you, it you will see it like red, and when a light or anything comes to you, you will see it as blue. So according to observer wavelength increases. When observer wavelength is increases, of course the frequency is decreases. So when the frequency is decreases, the red light have low frequency as compared to blue light. So frequency is decrease. So when the frequency decreases, also you can write due to galaxy galaxies move away from observer or from Earth because observer is standing on Earth. So this is the right answer. Last part of the paper state the quantity that redshift galaxy is used to calculate. Um, we can use speed. We can find speed. We can find velocity of separation because galaxies are moving away from us. So thanks for watching this video and subscribe my channel. Hope so you will understand all the questions. So wait for another latest papers. Thank you. Bye bye.